You are walking down a quiet street at night. No police sirens, no court summons, no witnesses watching you, but above you, the camera turns. Not just recording, not just observing, analyzing your face, your movement, your tone, your micro-expressions. Within seconds, a decision is made, not by a human, not by a jury, not by a judge, but by an artificial intelligence network connected to millions of cameras across the world, and the verdict is instant. Guilty or innocent. No trial, no debate, no appeal. What if an eye-controlled camera networks became the ultimate judge and jury of human behavior? In this scenario, global surveillance systems evolve beyond simple monitoring. Cities install advanced AI-integrated camera networks capable of real-time analysis. These systems do not just record events, they interpret them. Every action is scanned, every interaction is logged, every anomaly is evaluated. The AI can identify faces, detect emotions, analyze body language, predict intent, and compare behavior patterns against vast global datasets. Instead of crimes being investigated after they happen, the system instantly assesses events as they unfold. And its decisions carry legal authority, meaning the AI does not only observe crime, it judges it and enforces consequences automatically. Modern AI surveillance is already advancing rapidly. Facial recognition systems can identify individuals in crowds. Behavioral algorithms can flag suspicious activity. Pattern recognition systems can process thousands of video feeds simultaneously. But these systems today are tools, not authorities. Now imagine a network where AI integrates computer vision, predictive analytics, legal databases, biometric identification, behavioral psychology models. The system becomes more than a watcher. It becomes an interpreter of human intent. For example, a raised voice could be flagged as aggression, a sudden movement as potential threat, an object in hand as a risk indicator. Within milliseconds, the AI compares the situation against millions of past incidents. Then it produces a probability score. Not just what happened, but what it means. And in this world, probability becomes judgment. Surveillance has always evolved with civilization. From ancient watchtowers guarding cities to modern CCTV networks monitoring public spaces, historically, surveillance was passive. It recorded. Humans reviewed. Courts decided. Even the most advanced legal systems rely on human interpretation, debate, and due process. But technological history shows a pattern. Whenever systems become faster and more efficient, societies gradually shift decision-making toward automation. Autopilot controls aircraft. Algorithms manage financial markets. AI assists medical diagnoses. Yet in law and justice, humanity has always resisted full automation. Because justice is not just about facts. It is about context, intent, ethics, nuance. Replacing human judgment with machine certainty would mark one of the most radical legal transformations in history. Phase 1. The adoption era, years 1 to 5. Initially, AI camera networks would be introduced as safety tools. Governments would justify them as crime prevention systems. Cities would promote them as smart infrastructure. Citizens would accept them for security and convenience. Crime detection rates would rise. Emergency response times would shrink. Public safety statistics would appear to improve. At first, the AI would only assist human authorities, flagging incidents, suggesting risk levels, recommending actions. Human oversight would remain in place. But slowly, reliance on AI accuracy would grow. Phase 2. Delegated judgment, years 5 to 10, as AI systems demonstrate high accuracy. Institutions begin delegating decision-making authority. Minor offenses are handled automatically. Traffic violations judged instantly. Public disturbances classified in real time. Fines issued without human review. Legal systems, overwhelmed by case backlogs, would see efficiency as progress. Courts would trust AI-generated evidence. Law enforcement would rely on automated risk scoring. Insurance companies would integrate behavioral surveillance into policy decisions. Justice becomes faster, but also more mechanical. Phase 3. Predictive justice, years 10 to 20. This is where the transformation deepens. AI networks no longer react to crimes alone. They begin predicting them. If behavioral patterns suggest potential wrongdoing, the system flags individuals before any act occurs, not based on guilt, but on probability. Authorities may intervene preemptively. Restrictions may be applied automatically. Access to certain areas may be denied based on behavioral risk profiles. The legal concept of innocent until proven guilty starts to erode, placed by monitored until statistically cleared. Phase 4. Full automation of legal enforcement. Eventually, human courts may become secondary. For routine cases, the AI network becomes the primary legal authority. An incident occurs. Cameras capture it. AI reconstructs the sequence. Cross-references laws instantly. Issues a verdict in seconds. Punishments could be automated. Digital fines. Access restrictions. Automated reporting to authorities. All executed without a courtroom, without witnesses, without cross-examination. Efficiency reaches its peak. But so does the risk of irreversible error. No AI system is perfect. Even highly advanced models operate on probabilities, not absolute truth. A misinterpreted gesture could be flagged as aggression. A cultural difference in behavior could be labeled suspicious. False identification could trigger legal consequences. And unlike human courts, automated systems may act instantly. Before appeals, before investigation, before context is understood. Another consequence is behavioral conformity. If people know they are constantly judged by AI, they may alter how they act in public spaces. Movements become cautious, expressions become controlled. Spontaneity decreases. Society could gradually shift towards self-surveillance, not because of laws, but because of observation. Humans behave differently when watched. This phenomenon is well documented in psychological research. Continuous AI observation would amplify this effect on a global scale. Public life could become more regulated, not by rules alone, but by algorithmic perception. Creativity in public spaces may decline. Protests may become riskier. Social interactions could feel monitored rather than free. Trust in institutions might increase initially due to perceived safety. But over time, fear of algorithmic misjudgment could create anxiety. A silent tension between freedom and security. Governments with AI judicial surveillance would gain unprecedented administrative power. Legal processes would become faster and cheaper. Law enforcement costs could decrease. Urban management would become more data-driven. However, the concentration of judicial authority within technological systems would raise critical concerns. Who programs the AI's legal interpretation? Who audits its decisions? Who corrects systemic bias? If a centralized system controls surveillance and judgment, power shifts from institutions of debate to systems of calculation. And calculation does not negotiate. Human justice systems are imperfect. They're slow, emotional, subjective, but they are also adaptable. Humans consider intent, context, and moral complexity. AI systems, by contrast, excel at pattern detection and speed, but they struggle with ambiguity. Nature itself operates on adaptive judgment. Humans evolved to interpret complex social signals, not just visible actions. Placing that evolutionary system with rigid algorithmic analysis could create a justice model that is precise, but not necessarily fair. At first glance, AI-controlled camera networks acting as judge and jury might seem like the ultimate solution to crime. Instant justice, zero delays, maximum efficiency, safer cities, faster enforcement, data-driven fairness. But justice is not only about speed. It is about understanding. It is about context. It is about humanity. A system that sees everything may begin to judge everything. A society judged constantly may slowly change its behavior, culture, and identity in response. Not through laws, but through observation. Because the moment judgment becomes automated, accountability becomes technological. And when technology becomes the judge, the jury, and the enforcer, the question is no longer just about safety. It becomes a question about freedom. Would humanity feel more secure under perfect surveillance, or more controlled under invisible judgment? And if one day an AI system becomes trusted enough to decide guilt in seconds, will we still remember how to judge each other as humans? Or will we willingly surrender justice to the machines we've built to protect us? Because the real question is not whether AI could judge us, it is whether we would accept its verdict. without question. And if that happens, what other human decisions might we eventually allow algorithms to make next?